Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Tashina Trevino, and today we'll be doing an article summary about sustainable strategic management. This is also known as GES. First, let us define strategic management. This is known as the set of commitments, decisions, and actions required for the firm to achieve competitive advantage and above average returns. The strategic process draws attention to the shared importance of strategy development and strategy in action. A part of this is to know both what is happening internally and externally in your organization, and also continuously observing to make sure the path you are taking will lead to your goals and objectives. Moving forward, sustainable management is an off branch. It takes strategic management and combines it with sustainability. Sustainability is known as the search for harmony between humans, non-humans, and the environment through more conscious and responsible management models. Uh, Also known in sustainability is the triple bottom line. And the triple bottom line is seen as a tripod that includes the economic, the environmental, and the social aspects involved in sustainability. The economic is to ensure the development of viable and attractive enterprises for investors. The environmental has the objective of ensuring the interaction processes with the environment happen without causing permanent damage. And finally, the social establishes a fair treatment of relations between the organization and its stakeholders. Again, this is called the triple bottom line, and it's very important for the future of the company, society, and sustainability all to happen in one. Moving forward, we're going to be looking at a balanced scorecard. This is also known as BSC. This was made in order to complement the strategic management model, and it was made in the 90s. Some things to know is that the balanced scorecard it's kind of like the guiding axis that the company follows on their path. In the balanced scorecard, people and processes, the critical success factors are all strategically involved. This then can be used by companies of any size. The balanced scorecard starts at the center with strategic posture, and I didn't know what that was, so I had to look it up. It's known as the way that leaders look at what is happening within their market, both the current and the long term, and what the market will need. So that's where we're starting, and then there are 4 other parts, which are finances, customers, internal processes, and learning and growth. So you take what your needs of the market are now and in the future, and then you apply it to these 4 categories. This right here is a more fleshed out model. What we're looking at over here is the base model that was created. This has way more information and has a more clear line of what the year or maybe even the quarter will look like for this company. With that in mind, when you use a balanced scorecard, it comes with many benefits: strategic control, clear strategies, communicated strategies through the whole company, annual budgets, specific objectives aligned with long-term claims, the identification of strategies and adjusting accordingly, reviews of the system and period, and most of all, feedback. So with that in mind, we can transform the balanced scorecard to something known as SBSC, a sustainable balanced scorecard. You have to keep in mind that a balanced scorecard is a tool that presents very concrete results. It implies elaborate strategic maps, action plans, indicators of process evaluation, and if those are making results. The tool itself can bring objectivity and clarity to management, and when considering the effort to conduct all the actions through sustainability, this genuinely could be huge for a company. In order to make a balanced scorecard into an SBSC, 3 distinct things need to happen. First, you have to add a fifth perspective called social and environmental. This will supplement all of the four other perspectives in moving towards sustainability. And you have to develop a separate sustainable perspective, basically a standalone of what you're looking to do and how you're looking to make your company sustainable. Um, and then finally, you integrate those two things into the specific objectives and strategies based on sustainability for your balanced scorecard. This would be known to eventually create GES, otherwise known as the Sustainable Strategic Model. One thing I find that's really interesting is it's called GES due to a Portuguese translation. Because, GES doesn't equal Sustainable Strategic Management in English. These are also balanced scorecards, but with sustainability kept in mind. I again wanted to show an example of one that was very simple and when a company had put in a lot more effort to have a clear understanding. So with that in mind, GES was born. And once you have reached all of those other steps, like once you've created a balanced scorecard and you're looking to make it sustainable, this is where you will go in order to change your balanced scorecard. There are 6 steps overall. One is internal diagnosis. You analyze the current company's performance and you want to identify its strengths and weaknesses. You want to also know what the entrepreneur, CEO, basically the leader, what their purpose is in order to align those perspectives and values with sustainability. The next is external diagnosis. You must look externally in the environments in which the company is inserted, aiming to identify the opportunities and the threats for new strategic posture based on sustainability. We then move to step 3, which is strategic positioning. The company's new values, vision, mission, and general or strategic goals based around sustainability. Step 4 is the strategic alignment of specific objections, also known as SASO. Those specific objections should be formulated as an extension of the original objectives or strategies the company had prior. The 5th is a strategic map. This is the sustainable strategy around the strategic map should be proposed taking into account each of the specific objectives in the previous stage. So to reword that, basically you're looking to see how you apply the sustainable strategies, you're proposing them, but you also have to take in accounts 1 through 4. Those steps are important for step 5. And finally, we have strategic control. This is the control of framework and the action plan for the proposed strategies that should be developed. This is, when everything is really fleshed out, you know where and what you want to change, and you're ready to propose it to those in order to move your balanced scorecard into a sustainable balanced scorecard. These are some notes that I wanted to add in at the end. I personally predict that this will eventually become our new standard. Fast fashion is on the downturn of popularity. People aren't enjoying that it's mostly going towards landfills once the next trend is in. And so I think sustainability will be important in the future. Stakeholders might present issues with that due to the fact it might not be at first as monetarily beneficial. I also think it's interesting to look at corporations versus small businesses. Corporations definitely have the money in order to make sustainability happen, but do small businesses, do they have the ability to start sustainable, or is it something that they have to work towards? And I think that's something that would be really interesting to look at for the future. All right, and with that in mind, that's all we've got. I hope you learned a lot and you have a great day. Bye.